Hello friends, today we are going to discuss annotated bibliography and literature review. This lecture is a part of your paper Communications Research. Learning outcome. This lecture aims to explore various features of an annotated bibliography. The purpose of writing an annotated bibliography is to extract and present the gist of a research article cited in the study. Annotated bibliography is a very efficient method of enabling the readers to check the credibility, usefulness, and relevance of the source cited. The lesson outlines the importance of an annotated bibliography for young researchers in journal. In addition to this, the lesson also introduces the importance of literature review in a research study. The literature review is the backbone of a research project. The lesson delineates the procedure of collecting and reviewing the related literature. Introduction. A short paragraph following a citation is called annotation. An annotation summarizes the content of the source. In simple terms, an annotation is a brief summary and evaluation of the source. It is actually an incisive account of the information contained in the source study. On the other side, the bibliography is a list of sources related to some topic. A bibliography differs from references in a sense that later only includes the sources cited in the study, while the sources listed in the bibliography necessarily may not have been included in the study but are related to the topic of the study. And annotated bibliography is simply a list of sources related to some topic in which each citation is followed by an abridged description of the sources containing complete citation information and mostly a paragraph about the source. We can say that an annotated bibliography is basically an alphabetic list of research resources on a specific topic. The research sources may include citation of books, articles, reports, research papers, etc. Each citation is followed by a descriptive and evaluative paragraph. Annotated bibliography consists of two parts: citation and the annotation. Citation is the first part of an annotated bibliography. In this part, the source is properly cited. It is the entire bibliographic information through which a source may be located. It is usually a complete address of a particular source written in a one desired format like APA, MLA, etc. throughout. For example, Shaukat 2016 coverage of sanitation issues in India, Sage Open, Volume 6, Number 4, 1 to 6 pages with the digital object identifying number. This citation or reference would help to locate this particular research paper. Annotation. This is a paragraph that follows the source citation and is about the source, containing those elements of the research paper which are important to a literature review, contains a gist of the research paper cited. For example, annotation. The article analyzes the role of print media in highlighting sanitation issues in India by conducting a content analysis of a convenience sample of two English language newspapers with high readership, that is the Hindu and the Times of India. A purposive sample of issues during the launch of a sanitation campaign was chosen. Coverage and prominence given to sanitation was measured. No specific theoretical framework was stated, and the author concluded that both papers had provided adequate coverage to the campaign. The annotation needs to contain many following information about the source study: research question or the hypothesis, theory used, method, sample, variables used, conceptual and operational definitions, results, conclusions reached by the author, your own observations, mostly consisting of only one paragraph. The length of an annotation may vary from study to study and from one documentation style to another. Shorter annotations mainly summarize the key points of a study, while larger annotation may cover other areas, including the more detailed discussion, explanation, and assessment of the sources. The aim of a study determines the style of writing and annotation. Writers may follow a particular format like APA, MLA, Chicago, etc. as per their requirements in each single study to document the annotated bibliography. They need to go through the latest edition of the style sheet of that particular referencing format before the writing process. Supervisors and mentors may guide a researcher in following a particular format in referencing and writing annotation. Kinds of annotations. According to the University of Manitoba 2009, annotations can be of following kinds: summary / informative annotations. It sums up the content of the source. Indicative annotations, which deals with the journal information contained in the source study. And evaluative or critical annotations. In this, in addition to the summary, critically examines the strength, weaknesses, and usefulness of the source. Combination annotations. A combination of all the elements like description, evaluation, summary, etc. Significance of annotated bibliography. Annotated bibliography serves many purposes. Annotations can help extract prime information present in a source like a book, research paper, article, etc. It may also be termed as a method of preserving a source in an easily accessible format. Sketching the central idea of the source content may help the future researchers or readers in identifying the sources for their study easily. The method of bibliography enables the readers or examiners to check the credibility, usefulness, and relevance of the sources cited. Besides making a note of the credibility and value of the sources in the form of a reaction, in a longer annotated bibliography, we may also talk about the background of the writer. Considered a very significant tool, the annotated bibliography is an important stage in a research study. It is an efficient method of focusing the study in a particular area and also helps the researchers to put forward a gist of variety of sources representing different viewpoints. With a comprehensive analysis of possible sources, annotated bibliography is one of the most beneficial ways to record the research process. It serves as the basis of literature review. Format of annotation. As we discussed, annotations may vary in length. Many universities and manuals suggest an annotation should be between 150 to 200 words. Annotation should be reported directly in author's own language and the vocabulary. Usage of quotation marks is preferred in case of direct quotations. Annotations in only one paragraph are preferred. As per basic APA, that is American Psychological Association Publication Manual 5th edition, the entire bibliography document should be double space, including within the citation and annotations. Hanging indents are required for citation in the bibliography. That is, the first line of citation starts at the left margin. Subsequent lines of the citation are indented 4 spaces. There are no specific guidelines in APA Manual 6th edition, that is in 2010, regarding annotated bibliography. So, according to the journal guidelines from APA manual use, Times New Roman, that is 12-point font size, format each reference according to the examples in APA. Alphabetize references. An annotation should include your own statement examining the quality of the item. The manual further suggests dividing the annotation into sections or topic with a title at the top of each section in the case of longer annotated bibliography. How to annotate? An annotation can be written in different ways. It's the aim of a study which determines the nature of writing an annotation. Following are some tips for writing annotations. Get familiar with aim of the work. Read all the necessary information contained in the source, that is books, article, papers, etc. thoroughly. How should we annotate then? Identify the key information. Draw an outline of the important information that needs to be recorded in the annotations. Compare the work with other works. Evaluate and relate the work with your study. Write the annotations. Literature review. Literature is the body of knowledge established through past research. A good number of researchers have a misconception that literature review is nothing more than a mere list of bibliographic references. In contrary to this thought, the literature review is not less than the backbone of any research study. The literature review is a legitimate and publishable scholarly document as outlined by Lee Compte, Klinger, Campbell and Mankey in 2003. Beginning just after identifying the research problem, the literature review is the first step of every research process. The literature review examines and assesses the already established body of knowledge. Review of the relevant literature enables the researcher to place her research in the broader academia, put together existing concepts and disagreements without any personal addition. It may take several months and even a year to review the literature related to the topic of the study. Aside from that, we can identify a research gap through literature review. Once a gap in the literature is identified, need for a fresh research study addressing this research gap arises. You develop your research question or hypothesis only after reviewing the literature. The primary aim of the literature review is to establish the uniqueness of every single research proposal. After reviewing all the available findings, ideas and arguments relate to a particular topic, the research tries to address the problem in a brand new way. A new research study always advances previous research. Besides serving as the source material, literature lays down the foundation of a research project. Literature is also used to support the findings of your study. By relating it to previous research works, in this process of literature review, we actually put our study into the right context. A highly conceptualized and well written review of the relevant literature increases the accuracy, quality and credibility of your study. Number 1. Sources of literature. There are an ample number of sources from where you can locate the studies relevant to your topic. In journal bibliography, even though it depends on the nature of the study, let us discuss some of the commonly known sources of literature as follows: books, book chapters, research journals, PhD and MPhil theses and dissertations, government reports, historical records, that is, in reference libraries, national archives and state archives, NGO reports. Second, importance of literature review. The review of the literature is persuasive and presents your arguments. It is not simply a summary. It combines both summary and synthesis. The literature review is written to provide the background information about a research topic, establish the significance of the particular topic, and reveal the gaps in research and carve out space for further work. Apart from that, there are numerous other reasons behind writing a literature review. Now let us try to get different accounts of various scholars regarding the importance of this subject. According to University of Melbourne Library in 2012, the literature review should summarize and evaluate findings. It is a proof of knowledge which helps to determine the researcher's understanding of a research topic. Compare and contrast different authors' views. It actually enables the researcher to contextualize her findings in the previous researches. Highlight exemplary studies. The literature identifies path-breaking studies conducted in the field of researchers' interest. Note the research gap. Defines and limits the problem to be worked on. Ensures duplication is avoided. That is, unless that is the purpose. Evaluates potential research methodologies and procedures. Literature review further enables the researcher to put forth her findings with ample literature support. As quoted in Randolph 2009, according to Hart 1998, literature review also helps in relating ideas and theory to applications, identifying the main methodologies and research techniques that have been used, and finally placing the research in a historical context. So now let us discuss how to start. First we need to define the problem, search the relevant literature, try to find out the path-breaking studies in the field of your research area, collect and assemble the data, collect the relevant studies. Newly conducted studies must be included in the literature. Evaluate the data. The material may be evaluated on certain criteria like author's credentials, type of source, year and edition of the source, publisher, etc. Analyze and interpret the findings. The findings are majorly analyzed on the basis of emerging themes. You must look for the similarities and dissimilarities between various studies. Conclusion and methodology should be reported. Write and present the literature review in a systematic way. Going through references section published under each study is one of the easiest ways to locate relevant literature. Once you get some useful studies related to your topic, you first create a bibliography, that is, a list of the sources you plan to read, and then create an annotated bibliography as explained above. Once you have the annotated bibliography in hand, you can group the annotations based on similarity or contrast and identify the main themes running through the literature that are relevant to your specific interest and the gap in this research. This will help you frame the research question or hypothesis for your study. So now let us summarize and discuss. We discussed the importance of annotated bibliography. We came to know about various kinds of annotations. The lecture then outlined the method of writing and annotated bibliography. We also discussed the importance of literature review at length. Apart from listing some of the important sources of literature, we also tried to explore the importance of literature review in a research study. The lesson also identified the techniques and methods of collecting and reviewing the relevant literature. We hope that the lecture helped you in understanding these concepts. Do attempt the questions in the self-evaluate quadrant. For further reading suggestions, please refer to the third quadrant. Thank you.